This is the 9th video out of 12 introductory videos based on my book, Teaching in a Digital Age. And I'd like to thank the Commonwealth of Learning for their help in making these videos possible. This video is about quality in teaching in a digital age, and the quality is a very hard thing to pin down and define, as we'll see. The aim of these 12 videos is to provide a brief introduction to the main themes of the book. And the book is free and online and available from that URL. And this video is focused specifically on quality in teaching in a digital age. First question is, what do we mean by quality? Different people have different definitions. So I give my definition, which is a very personal one. Teaching methods that successfully help learners develop the knowledge and skills that they'll require in a digital age. In other words, I think that quality results in the kind of learning that our students are going to need in now and in the future. There are different kinds of quality. There's external quality assurance. That's, for instance, degree accreditation. This might be a national accredited agency, a government, or in the US, the national accreditation boards, or it might be a state agency, or it might be a non-governmental organization that's independent of both government and the institutions that does this. And that would apply still to any programs in a digital age. Although increasingly we're seeing employers being drawn into this, particularly in the United States in competency-based learning. I think most of us, though, are more concerned with internal quality assurance because many countries devolve a great deal of responsibility to the institutions themselves for quality assurance. And that focuses on quality within programs. Does the curriculum throughout a program make sense? Is it what students need to learn? And specifically, quality of courses. And it's really quality of courses that I focus on in my book. I give an example of a quality assurance process here from Algonquin College in Canada, but many institutions have informal rather than formal ways of doing this. And when we get to new methods of teaching like online or blended learning, then many of the processes will be the same as they would be for classroom teaching. In fact, we probably have higher standards of quality assurance for online learning than we do for classroom teaching, because classroom teaching is accepted as the norm and online learning has had to prove itself. So the demands have often been higher on online learning than they have on face-to-face teaching. And most quality assurance processes, which I'll come to in a moment, they tend to focus on inputs, the quality of the instructors, the quality of the curriculum, the quality of the content that's chosen. I think quality also needs to look at the outputs. Did these measures lead to better outcomes? And what is the process by which we get to better outcomes? There are lots of quality standards, especially for online learning. I found over 20 national quality standards around the world. I have a website where you can go and look them up on my blog. And they're for different sectors and different countries. There are quality standards for schools, for post-secondary education, even for vocational education. And most of these are based on experience and research, what works, what has experience told us works or what doesn't work. All are quite similar in what they state are required. And what I'm going to say in terms of standards and quality here will be found reflected in many of these processes. They're mainly focused on process, what you do to ensure quality standards. And unfortunately, often these quality standards are often unknown or ignored by instructors. The institutions may have signed on to them, but that doesn't necessarily mean the instructors have. In the book, I lay out 9 steps to quality for instructors. How do you want to teach, particularly what kind of philosophy you have towards teaching, what kind of course is it going to be, what work in a team, build on existing resources, master the technology, set appropriate learning goals, create a strong course structure and schedule, communicate with your students, and innovate and evaluate. And they're all laid out in the book. But also, I think there are 8 conditions for quality for students. What students need in order for a course to be of high quality for the students are well-defined learning goals, a clear timetable of work, a well-structured organization of the curriculum, manageable study workloads, regular instructor communication and presence, and very importantly, particularly for online students, a social environment that draws on the experience of other students, an online environment that enables students to communicate together, either formally through instructor-led discussion forums or informally through networks of their own. A skilled teacher or instructor, and lastly, other motivated learners to provide mutual support. And for quality programs, there are 5 conditions. Subject experts trained in both teaching methods and the use of technology for teaching. And I say that deliberately because many institutions that does not apply. Subject experts may be expert in their subjects, but they're not trained in teaching methods or the use of technology for teaching. Qualified learning technology support staff, adequate resources, including appropriate teacher-student ratios. There's a danger in many places of governments thinking that online learning will automatically allow more students to be taught with less teachers. There are some economies of scale there, but they're limited. And if the ratio gets too high, it's hard to maintain quality, even in online courses. Appropriate methods of working, teamwork, project management, and systematic evaluation leading to continuous improvement. You'll find more information about these things in the book, which is available from this URL. And the next video will be on trends in open learning.